Darkness cloaked the town. The streets were empty, and the houses stood like silent sentinels, their windows dark and foreboding. The fog rolled in, thick and heavy, wrapping the town in an eerie embrace. An unsettling silence hung in the air, a silence so profound it seemed to have a weight of its own. It was the kind of silence that made you feel like you were being watched, even when you were alone, broken only by the distant barking of a dog. The sound echoed through the empty streets, a lonely cry in the night, adding to the sense of unease that permeated the town. The witching hour approached, 3 a.m., a time whispered to be a portal, a thin veil between our world and something else. It was a time when the boundaries between reality and the supernatural blurred, and anything seemed possible. Teenagers, drawn to the allure of the unknown, dared each other to download a mysterious app at this haunted hour. They gathered in a circle, their faces illuminated by the glow of their phones, excitement and fear mingling in their eyes. Legend claimed it awakened something sinister, something hungry for fear. The app was said to be a gateway, a conduit for dark forces that thrived on the terror of those who dared to use it. As the teens pressed download, they had no idea what they were about to unleash. Inside a dimly lit room, illuminated by the cold glow of phone screens, 4 friends huddled together: Jake, the skeptical one; Emily, the adventurous soul; Ben, the tech whiz; and Chloe, the cautious one. The room was filled with an air of anticipation and a hint of fear. The walls seemed to close in, amplifying the tension that hung thick in the air. Tonight they were united by a shared sense of reckless curiosity, the kind of curiosity that makes you question your own sanity. Yet you can't resist the pull. They had heard the stories, seen the videos, and now they were about to experience it firsthand. The Don't Download This App at 3 a.m. challenge had taken the internet by storm, spreading like wildfire across social media platforms. It was said that the app could summon spirits, reveal hidden truths, or even curse those who dared to open it. The thrill of the unknown was too enticing to ignore. The Don't Download This App at 3 a.m. challenge had taken the internet by storm, and they, fueled by teenage bravado, were determined to tempt fate. The clock ticked closer to the witching hour, and their excitement grew with each passing second. Alex, as Jake: "This is going to be epic. Are we really doing this?" His voice wavered slightly, betraying his nerves despite his attempt to sound confident. Maria, as Emily: "Come on, Jake, don't chicken out now. It's just an app." Emily's eyes sparkled with excitement, her adventurous spirit shining through. She was always the first to dive into any challenge, no matter how risky. Raj, as Ben: "I've got the timer ready. Let's see if this thing is for real." Ben's fingers danced over his phone screen, setting the timer with precision. He was the tech whiz, always the one to handle the gadgets and gizmos. Emma, as Chloe: "I don't know, you guys. This feels off." Chloe's voice was barely above a whisper, her cautious nature making her the voice of reason in the group. She had a bad feeling about this, but she didn't want to be the one to back out. The clock struck 3 and a collective shiver ran down their spines. They exchanged nervous glances, each one silently questioning their decision, but it was too late to turn back now. With a deep breath, they opened the app, their hearts pounding in unison. The screen flickered, and a chilling message appeared. "Welcome to the other side." The room seemed to grow colder, and the shadows deepened. They were no longer just 4 friends in a room. They had crossed into a realm of the unknown. The night of dare had begun, and there was no telling what awaited them. The air crackled with nervous energy. Laughter punctuated by anxious glances, the friends prepared for the digital plunge. Ben, ever the pragmatist, set the timer on his phone. 2:59 a.m. A wave of goosebumps rippled through the room. The clock ticked, each second an eternity. Raj, as Ben: "All right, it's almost time. Everyone ready?" 3 a.m. With a mix of trepidation and excitement, Jake pressed the download button. The app had been the talk of the town, whispered about in hushed tones and surrounded by an aura of mystery. It was said to be more than just a game, something that could blur the lines between reality and the digital world. The room seemed to hold its breath. Shadows danced on the walls, and the only light came from the phone screen, casting an eerie glow. The air was thick with anticipation, as if the very walls were waiting for something to happen. The app, a swirling vortex of darkness with a single malevolent red eye at its center, downloaded instantly. The eye seemed to follow Jake's every move, almost as if it were alive, watching him, judging him. It was unsettling, yet he couldn't look away. An unnatural chill settled upon the room. It was as if the temperature had dropped several degrees in an instant. Jake shivered, pulling his jacket tighter around him, but the cold seemed to seep into his very bones. A low hum emanated from the phone, barely audible, yet strangely menacing. It was a sound that seemed to vibrate through the air, resonating with an almost otherworldly frequency. Jake's heart raced, each beat echoing the hum. Alex as Jake. "Okay, it's done. Now what?" He glanced around the room, seeking reassurance from his friends, but their faces mirrored his own uncertainty. They had dared each other to download the app, but now that it was done, the reality of their actions was sinking in. Little did they know their night of dare was about to become a night of terror. The app was not just a game, it was a gateway, a portal to something far more sinister. As the clock ticked past 3, the boundaries between their world and the app's began to blur, and the true horror of what they had unleashed started to reveal itself. The app sprang to life, its red eye pulsating. "Demon as demon, you shouldn't have done that." Panic flared in their eyes. This was no game. Suddenly the lights in the room flickered violently, plunging them into darkness. Their phones, now ice-cold in their hands, displayed a chilling message. "Demon as demon, I'm here." Terror gripped their hearts. The distorted voice now echoed around them, seeming to seep from the very walls. The temperature plummeted, sending shivers down their spines. The app, now their only source of light, displayed a series of disturbing images. Distorted faces, shadowy figures, and a countdown timer that had begun ticking ominously. They were trapped. Every attempt to shut down the app or discard the phones proved futile. The entity had them ensnared in its digital web. "Demon as demon, you can't escape me." The voice grew stronger, laced with a chilling amusement. The countdown continued its relentless descent. Desperate, they tried everything, unplugging the router, removing the SIM cards, even smashing their phones. But the entity persisted, its laughter echoing through the room, a terrifying symphony of their impending doom. Demon as demon laughter, the countdown reached 0. The room fell silent. The app on each of their phones displayed a final, chilling message. "Demon as demon, I'm not in the app anymore." The friends stared at each other, their faces pale with terror, the weight of the message crushing their sanity. A cold wind swept through the room, extinguishing the last vestiges of their courage. The entity was no longer confined to the digital realm. It had crossed over. Their challenge, their curiosity, had unleashed something truly horrific into their world. As the entity materialized in the room, its form shifting and swirling like smoke, the friends understood the gravity of their mistake. They had invited a monster into their lives, and it was here to stay. Do you dare to join the challenge? Like this video and share it with your friends if you're brave enough to face your fears. Subscribe for more spine-chilling stories.